If you are wondering how to get discovered on YouTube and use it as a platform to grow your business in 2020, this is going to be a really great interview for you. YouTube is one of the most powerful platforms for your business, and it's one that I definitely think you need to be paying attention to. Ron Lyons is the founder of Creators Accelerate and is basically a YouTube genius. And I have hired him and been like, Ron, what am I doing wrong? And he can tell you exactly what you need to adjust and how to change it. So he started his first YouTube channel in September of 2018. And within the first year, produced a six-figure income from it. He created the 4-step methodology called YouTube Law, which is LAAW, Launch, Advance, Accelerate, and Win. And he has helped dozens of YouTube channels find their success. Ron believes that everyone is just one video away, whether it's one video from starting or one video from reaching 1 million subscribers. We're all just really one video away from making our dreams come true. So Ron, I'm excited to have you on. Thank you so much for being here and sharing your expertise.
Awesome. I am super pumped to be here, and it's been great listening to some other fantastic resources. So this has been great for a learning experience for me as well. But happy to be here and share, and excited to be part of your journey as well.
Yeah, well, I think YouTube is the platform to be on. And, you know, it's a funny thing because 2 years ago, I knew it was the platform to be on, and I just didn't feel like I was ready to tackle it yet. Actually, probably 3. And, you know, now I kick myself a little bit thinking, gosh, it's such a powerful platform. Why didn't I jump in then? But here's what I will say. No matter when you jump in, it's the right time. You know, if it's right for you to do it now, it's great. So let's first of all explain to them why YouTube is the platform that they need to be having their eye on.
Yep, exactly. I think the important thing to really grasp is why you're missing out. Just like Amy said, I did the same thing in 2015, actually, when YouTube first launched. I looked at it, I was like, oh, here's some other, platform or whatever, and of course now a few years later, like, crap, what would have happened if I would have jumped on that, and so, really understanding why you need to be on the YouTube platform now, especially as a business owner, is super important because you don't want to miss the boat at this point. So I have 4 things with some statistics to kind of back it up that I want to hit real quick, and I'll try to go as fast as I can because I know we're limited on time. So the first thing is, in terms of content, video is really the best way to repurpose your content efficiently across any platform. So whether it's your website, social media, you do a video, and then the script can be turned into a blog for your website. You can use it for your podcast, whether it's a video podcast or audio podcast. And then you can slice that video up and share it across multiple different platforms with social media and all the different formats they are. So you do one video and it accomplishes everything you need to connect with your audience. But here's the thing is, not only is it efficient and the best way to produce content, but it's got the largest audience on YouTube in terms of video. So 2 billion users are logged in every month to YouTube. And then one of the statistics is that as people prefer watching video on YouTube, and 4 times the amount of people, I should say, prefer watching video on YouTube rather than on social media platforms. So out of those 2 billion, they're 4 times as much going to want to watch your content on YouTube. And then in an average month, 8 out of 10 18 to 49-year-olds are watching YouTube. 8 out of 10. So that's a massive audience. All right, so number 2, Amy, is video is the best way to increase your trust with customers. We all know in marketing, video obviously is the best way to reach out to your customers and tell your story. So on YouTube specifically, people watch over 1 billion hours of YouTube every single day, which is more than Netflix and Facebook combined, right?
That's what my kids are doing right now. They're downstairs watching YouTube so that they'll be quiet while we finish this up.
Exactly. And in choosing what to watch, those 1 billion hours of YouTube that are being watched every day, whether people are 3 times more likely to watch a video that piques their interest than there are to try to find, you know, somebody famous or something like that. So they're getting on there because they want to find something that's interested in. That means whether it's business or learning how to do something or whatever. All right, so number 3, the YouTube platform allows you to establish your product with searchable evergreen content that is valuable for your niche that you can't do on other social media platforms. And we all know what evergreen content is, and it comes up because YouTube is a search engine. This is what a lot of people forget, Amy, is as a search engine, it's not a social media platform. And so there's the algorithm that YouTube uses to help people find those videos, and you just can't do that anywhere else as well as you can on YouTube.
Well, I think that your content on other places, it dies. You know, like you put up a Facebook Live and it goes for a couple days and then it dies. It's gone.
It's gone.
Finds it again. It's not going to get engagement in a year. But that playlist that you did the keyword research for me on LinkedIn, that playlist, I get leads every month because of it. That was a long time ago. Like we're coming up on a year. And so that's what I love about YouTube is what you put on YouTube lives forever and it continues to produce forever.
Yep, exactly. And so we all know Google, right? Google is the biggest platform out there in terms of search and algorithm, but YouTube is number 2. And because YouTube is the second largest search engine, that makes them the number 1 video platform, right? So it's unbeatable. And then here's another statistic: 73% of all adults in the US use YouTube. 73%. That's a huge market, right? So, you know, if you aren't on YouTube yet, what are you waiting for? And number 4, it's easier to rank on YouTube than on Google. We've talked about ranking on Google, but only 9% of US small businesses are on YouTube. And so Google has a video section now. It's been around for a little bit now, but still fairly new, where in certain topics, the video section will show up. And so you may not show up in regular search. I've got a couple videos that do that where I'm on the first page of Google, but if you were to type in that same topic without the video, you would never find me. And so you can actually get found on YouTube even as a small YouTuber. So those are the 4 reasons, Amy. If one of those doesn't compel you to get started, then you know you're just going to miss the boat.
Now, one of the things that I want to point out with this is the power of Google. So people are paying so much money to rank on the homepage of Google. And I'm not saying that you can't get there, but I'm saying if today you were to try through a website and through SEO, it's probably going to take you a couple of years to get on that homepage. Whereas if you're being real consistent with your YouTube channel, you can get on the homepage within a matter of months.
Weeks,
and so,
sometimes days.
Sometimes days, yeah. So, Ron, I know that everyone should be on YouTube. I think YouTube for me, and it sounds like for you too as well, it's an intimidating platform to jump into because it is more, I joke with my clients that I love YouTube and I love what it's doing for my business. However, I do think of it as the high maintenance girlfriend that's very demanding and will not be ignored because like you got to do what YouTube wants you to do. So for those who are feeling a little intimidated by the process, how do they start getting in without, all the equipment and the expensive production and the great editing? Like, where do they just get started?
Yeah, that's a great question, Amy. And that's, I think, one of the things that stops a lot of people. But really, it's a super simple process. I mean, there's in my strategies that I'm going to go over today, I kind of explain that process. There's several things you can do that makes it easier, but in terms of just getting started, literally you can grab everybody has a smartphone these days, and spend maybe 20 to 30 bucks on a little bit of lighting, and you can literally start producing content. Now, one of the misconceptions is YouTube is free, yes, and you can pick up your phone and you can just start. I like to say punch fear in the face and just press record, and that's what it takes to get started. But as business owners, as entrepreneurs, you have to understand that there is some strategy. So moving forward, although it's easy to get started, you want to make sure you're tapped into some very specific strategies in order to make it happen effectively and efficiently. And that's what I'm going to
Yeah.
talk about today is some of those strategies that you can use,
Well,
but you can get started right away.
Let me be really bold and say, I wouldn't waste your time if you're not going to do it the right way. Because I wasted like 4 months doing it the wrong way before I got connected with Ron and he straightened me out. So we got to go through the strategies really quick. We have 2 minutes left. So.
Oh, there's only 2 minutes today. 50 minutes goes by quick.
I know.
Okay, so here's what we're going to have to do then to wrap it up real quick. There's no way we're going to be able to talk about all 5 of these, but I'm going to give you the 5 real quick. And then just before I say that though, understand this, that you have to look at all of these things through the lens of YouTube. All right. That's what people forget. You have to remember that YouTube is a search engine and a content platform, not a social media platform. So the analogy I like to use is everyone knows what a Jedi is, right? In Star Wars, the Jedi, part of their training is they have that mask that covers their eyes so that they can zero in and focus on the force, right? And then eliminate all the other distractions. That's what you kind of have to do with YouTube. You have to look at it through the lens of YouTube because it's different than social media. So the 5 things that I talk about are getting clarity in your niche. We're not talking about finding your niche. Most people watching this has probably found their niche, but getting clarity and what that means through the lens of YouTube. Number 2, and I think honestly, Amy, that's the biggest thing, is how to set yourself apart. And one of the things my friend Pat Flynn said is that become uniquely weird in yourself. And I'll leave it at that, but there's a whole training and strategies behind that concept with getting found on YouTube. Number 2 is what kind of content you're going to produce. So you know how to clarify your niche, but what kind of content do you need to produce? Number 3 is if you're building value for your customer or for your audience, what kind of value do you produce? What does that value look like within your niche? And then number 4 is understanding what people want on YouTube, right? And using the specific tools and strategies to be able to find out what they're looking for. And then number 5 is including that content upgrade in a strategic way where once you've built the trust, you've built that value, now you can have that content upgrade to capture those people. And if you do all of those 5 things right that we didn't have time to get into today, you're going to build an audience and you're going to grow your business using YouTube. And I promise you, if I can do it, you can do it. Anybody can do it.
Yeah, absolutely. You do need to learn the process, but it is not like a process that a rocket scientist has to learn.
Anybody can do it.
Kids killing it on YouTube. If kids can kill it, we can too.
Yep,
so, Ron,
absolutely.
Where would you like to direct people to go to next?
Yeah, so I've got offers and products, but really, I want to create value. I'm big on the idea of reciprocity, where you give value and people will reciprocate. So really what I want people to do is just get with me on YouTube, Coach Ron Lyons. You can't miss this face, although I don't have my beard on my picture. I'm growing a beard for a change. But Coach Ron Lyons, and just message me on Facebook. You can find me, Coach Ron Lyons, there as well. Ron Lyons at creatorsaccelerate.com. Connect with me and we'll make it happen.
Awesome. I love it. Okay. Well, Ron, thank you so much for being on today. We really appreciate your time. And